do you get when you cross a tiger with an iguana?
You get a monstrosity like him. But no, seriously, you get the Volkswagen Tiguan. And the Tiguan's just been facelifted with the new version on sale in Singapore. We run you through all you need to know about it, how much it costs, what it's like, what models there are, and
If you stay to the end, we're gonna release one back into the wild. When the Tiguan first came out, it sold incredibly well, and it's responsible for a whole host of compact premium SUVs out there. Now, this used to be the smallest SUV or crossover for the Volkswagen brand here in Singapore, but that role is now filled by the T-Cross, which leaves room for the new Tiguan to move slightly upmarket.
that's right. In accordance with that, the launch of the facelift model sees a 2-litre turbocharged engine, 190 horsepower, 320 newton meters of torque as standard with all-wheel drive, so it's quite quick in a straight line. In abroad, there is a PHEV as well as a Tiguan R model. Those are TBC according to Volkswagen Singapore, and of course you're wondering if there might be a Cat A model, but that's also TBC. You might get a 1.5 like the Golf, but remains to be seen.
We do have two versions here in Singapore though. There is a more basic Elegance trim, and then there's this, the R line, which is much more sporty. We're gonna have a closer look at this one, starting now.
So as I said, this is the second gen Tiguan that's been facelifted. We'll put it side by side with the old one so you can see here. But we also said it looks like a baby Touareg now. So still very square, upright. You can see how the bonnet here, there's a little crease here, and a large square grille to give you that imposing SUV shape on the road. And also we mentioned this is the R-Line version, so there's also an Elegance version. So R-Line means more sporty, R-Line badge. You got a body kit down here with the gills. Looks a bit like a GTI or a Golf R. The R-Line also has 20-inch wheels as compared to 19 inches on the Elegance version.
Oof, okay, now unlike Darren, I've not read the press kit yet, but I do notice a few new things about the Tiguan straight off the bat. Redesigned taillights, for example, that's standard for any facelift. We've got the brand new VW logo here, and now they spell out Tiguan across the back of the car, which is quite a nice classy touch. Let's see, our line is supposed to be sporty, so you do have a kind of deep diffuser here, which is I think more stylish and functional. Ooh, and a chrome strip that actually visually widens the rear of the car, and it continues up the sides as well. So that's pretty interesting. But what I find really quite interesting is I'm not burning my hand on these exhaust tips, and that's because they are completely fake. The real exhausts are down there somewhere, and it's almost like VW is slightly ashamed that this car is still emitting carbon. But it's a really trendy thing to do nowadays, and if you think that is trendy though, wait till you see the inside.
So the Tiguan is trendy inside. How? Well, it's got a lot of digitalization and it's got a lot of touch. That's right. So we have a 10.25-inch driver's information display, and we have a 9.2-inch touchscreen, the Discover Pro. So very large screens this time around, just like the new Golf Mark 8. We have a video on that. Please check that out to see what is new on that car. Almost the same here as well. So the R-Line has a slightly higher trim, so it's got a larger infotainment screen. This one's 9.2, that one's 8-inch. The Elegance has a non-adjustable electric passenger seat. This one, both adjustable electric seats. It also doesn't have the fancy sports steering wheel and R-Design trim. And also when we said touch, what else is touch? On this steering wheel, we have touch controls. You can slide your fingers or you can press the buttons as well. Looks really nice, looks really polished. And also another section with touch is the aircon controls. So black gloss plastic, and again, capacitive touch controls. You can slide or you can press the buttons as well. And lastly, well, this car we said is the 190 horsepower 4Motion version. It's got various driving modes for, you know, snow, road, individual. This one also has adaptive suspension as well. And one cool party trick is the off-road individual mode, which we're gonna try really off-road. Let the Tiguan go a little bit wild.
Now, we promised you some off-roading, so here it is. It normally takes quite a bit of driving skill to go off-road, but if you don't have that, well, the next best thing is a car with all-wheel drive and some tricky electronics. So, Darren, take it away and let's see how he does. We're gonna just send him up this little hill here and put some wheels in the air. And as he goes up, I think you'll be able to see it's not too hardcore, but you can see one wheel's already kind of struggling for traction. And let's see how he does with this part where the wheels do come up off the ground. And when that happens, the Tiguan actually senses which wheel's struggling to put power down, and it brakes that wheel so that power from the engine is sent to the wheels that do have traction. So he's made it. Now let's see you do that with a Passat.
As Julian said, You know, we always make fun of SUVs, but they're actually quite capable off-road if you do it right. And the Tiguan has some pretty clever electronics to help you along. So I've put the car into off-road individual mode, and there's an off-road display as well to show me how much angle I'm doing. Ooh, ah, ooh. We're going like this. So that's the ESP helping me to gain traction. There's a little bit of mud below us. Oh, so you hear that? That's the car locking up the all-wheel drive differential. I'm purposely being a bit rough, but there we go. That was easy. Down to the Tiguan, not down to me.
So that's our quick look at the new Volkswagen Tiguan. We'll be driving it properly in a couple of days' time, so check out our review on carbuyer.com.sg. But in the meantime, leave us a comment. Tell us what you think of this new car. Would you rather have a BMW X1? Does it make me look more manly? Or are SUVs only for soccer moms? Tell us what you think.
That's right. And if you like this video, please like it, please share it, please follow us on carbuyer.com.sg. We're everywhere, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. Thank you for watching.
See you next time.